Hello, everyone. This is the reading skill of the IELTS test. Today we were talking about the reading in general and reading for IELTS. So reading is, many of you probably have read different types of books, and just the reading has different purposes. You can read for fun, you can read to get the information that you need, or you can read something quickly to try to find a specific piece of information in the general reading text or a book. So now we're going to be looking at three reading skills that you will have to use in answering questions in IELTS and in any other academic tests, such as CEAL, TOEFL, or any other tests. I want you just to consider the three questions that you see on the screen about each reading skill. So if you're aware or not, you really, every one of us usually uses three skills in everyday life when you read to university, at work, or when we try to find any information online. But we're not aware that we can do the same skills, reading skills. We can apply the same reading skills in our IELTS. So when we do IELTS, we just either we read too fast or too slowly. But yeah, you have to know when you have to read very fast, and you have to know when you have to read very slowly. So let me ask you these questions. You are casually looking around in a bookshop. That's the question here. Or online, looking for something to read. What do you look at? So you are in a bookshop, you want to find a book to read, and what do you look at first? Let's try to brainstorm some answers to these questions. Okay, now let me just suggest some answers. When we go to a bookshop, we try to find a book which is interesting. We first look at the cover, and then we turn the book over and we look at the blurb. So, and then we might want to see who the author of the book is and what the title of the book is. So this is the first thing we do when we want to choose a book to read in a bookshop or online. Next section, B. You're looking at a news website or newspaper and you see an article that you think might be interesting. What do you do? Okay, so let me suggest some answers. So when we're trying to read a newspaper and we think this news piece might be interesting, we look at the stages, we look at the subtitles, look at how long the article is, or if we should start reading it, or if it's very short, we probably will read. If it's long, we'll probably change our minds. We will not read because it's long. And we will also look at maybe it has some illustrations, photos, or pictures that can go along with the news. And finally, the third question, C. You're looking at your email inbox for an important email. What do you look for? So think of some answers. Okay, now let me suggest you some answers. So when we have an email, so we have a lot of emails in our email box. Some of which we might have answered, some of which we left unanswered. So when we think we have an important email from someone, it's very important for us. So the first thing we need to do to look for this email, to quickly look through the titles or addresses or the subject section or address section to locate the specific subject or address. That's what we do. So now we have three reading skills here, which we apply in our IELTS test. One of them is surveying or surveying. One of them is skimming. One of them is scanning. We should do the three reading skills in our reading test. So which one do you think is surveying? Yes, surveying is the first one. We survey. We just look at title and maybe some if there's a glossary, we look at the glossary. And the next is skimming. Which one do you think is skimming, B or C? Yes, skimming is B. So when we skim, we look through quickly to find to have the general understanding of the structure of the text. In advanced reading lessons, you might want to say if this is a discursive, descriptive, or if the text is factual. So you might want to understand this when you want to read skim the text. Skim is, of course, is faster. That's what skimming is. And finally, of course, we have scanning. Scanning is like you're looking for an email in a long email list. You're looking for a specific email. You are scanning. You scan. You read the text for specific information, and until you find this information, you scan the text. But I think this was useful. So the next time you did a reading test, not before, just start answering the questions. Before you just trying to find the keywords and get to the answer, just think of these three skills that you ask yourself. Do you really apply these three skills in reading? If you have many correct answers in the reading section, you of course apply the skills. But I want you to be aware of the skills that you already use in our reading sections. Thank you. I hope to see you in our next lesson.